And we are officially live. So let me just hit record here. So finally, it's my huge pleasure and joy to formally welcome you to the Queen Code, a 3-day experience where you're going to dive into your energetic polarity of value, meaning you're going to sink into much deeper sense of self-value, self-respect, self-love, self-acceptance, and with that, making your desires manifestation of that which you want, be it higher sales revenues, be it better relationships, be it even confidence with yourself, be it whatever you like, so much more easier. So, just in case we don't know each other, my name is Lenka Lutonska. I'm a creator of business energetics and author of energetic selling and marketing. And for the last, how many years? It will be 10 years now where I've dedicated my life to helping women like you to marry the world of business strategy and how do I achieve what I want, the logic, if you like, with your spirit, with your energy, with that everlasting sense of you. So these 3 days came through me some time ago. The Queen Code really wanted to come through and help you all to achieve what you want so much more effortlessly, meaning with less effort than you would otherwise think you need. Now, hold on, let me just do this over here. Good. Now, I'm going to start this by asking you a simple question. What is it that you want out of this experience? Why are you here? I mean, you sure have a desire, you have a commitment, because not only, well, 4,500 of you signed up for this incredible event, so something was calling you in, but you actually made time to be here. And for many of you, as we know, this is take number 2. So we had about 20 minutes that you had to tell yourself, no, I'm going to be here anyway, even though we're starting 20 minutes later. So you have got a desire, you have got an intention. I want you to be really intentional about this. Why are you here? What are you going to create as a result of this experience? So let me know in the comments below, because it all starts with intentionality. Everything, the biggest miracles in your life, the biggest growth in your business starts with intentionality, and your intentionality, your intentions will be very much part of this experience. You're creating, co-creating this experience with me. So let's make those intentions absolute, and let's state what's going to happen as you will go through this experience. Beautiful. So I'll just read a few of those intentions. I want absolute belief in myself. I'm here to call in 6-figure moms. I'm here to start my business, let go of what's holding me back. I'm here to call in soulmates for long-term, higher-end one-on-one coaching. I'm here for energetic boost. I'm here to release the self-doubt and really feel my magnetic radiance so I can remember who I truly am. I'm here to learn from the best. That's nice. Okay, all right. Those comments are coming fast. Brilliant. So let's set a space for these intentions and for these 3 days or 3 powerful sessions we're going to spend together. Take a moment to close your eyes and just breathe. Because life is rich, isn't it? Life is calling us and calling our energy in all directions. It's calling us in way of responsibilities. There's maybe stuff you've got to do still today, and your part of your energy might be going that way. It's calling us in terms of our desires even. I want this, I want that. It's calling us in terms of maybe some troubles you might be experiencing in your business and life. And everything where our energy is flowing, it's taking away some of that energy, taking some of that focus. But I want you fully here. Make yourself fully present, meaning with your intentionality, simply start calling that energy inwards. Imagine it like streams of water flowing out through you to wherever it might go. And imagine yourself sucking all those streams of energy inwards. Call that energy inside of you, into the middle of you. So you can make yourself fully present. And as you breathe, you can allow yourself to send that energy downwards, down through your body, down through your feet. And you can even imagine extending your energetic roots and sending your wonderful energy down through the floor, down through the earth, all the way down to the center of the earth, where you will, with just your intention, root yourself, wrap your energetic roots around the core of the earth, so that the Mother Earth, the energy of Mother Earth, can greet you, can embrace you, can welcome you, and lovingly in exchange wrap itself around you to fill you with unconditional love, all of you. So you can feel steady and grounded as we together will go through this process of immense expansion. And now I'll invite you with your awareness to go into a special room, special place in the middle of your magnificent brain. Imagine a big door in the middle of your brain that is inviting you to open the door and step into this magnificent space of insight, receiving, creation. And you step into this magnificent room and you're met with bright golden light. And as your eyes adjust, you will let yourself be bathing in this gold light of all possibilities. You will receive this light into all of you. You will extend this light into all parts of you. And as your eyes adjust, you'll start noticing this magnificent big room. And in here, in the middle of that magnificent room, there is a stream of that golden light energy, a vortex. And inside of that, I want you to place every of these intentions of yours that you have to be here. What is it that you want? What is it that you desire? What is it that you choose? Give it to this vortex of golden light. Make an offering and see how this golden light, this vortex of energy is receiving your intentions. Whether they come in form of symbols, words, or simple intending. Notice and acknowledge how this stream of golden light energy, the universal possibilities, is receiving these intentions and magnifies them. The light is getting even stronger, receiving your desires, your why I am here. And with that, I invite you to open yourself fully, to receive what you're meant to receive during these 3 sessions, 3 days together, so you can and will materialize all and every single one of these intentions. Simply tell yourself, I'm open to receive. Exhale any expectation how it should happen. You don't know how it will happen, but it will happen. You're letting go with next breath of every preconceived ideas how you should receive that which you most need to become this most powerful version of self. Let that go. You're opening yourself to all channels of receiving. You're making yourself fully present, here and now. And you giving yourself to this experience for day 1 and day 2 and day 3, even if some parts of you might discourage you along the way. You will still perhaps even catch a replay, but you will make yourself present for here and now and receive what you're meant to receive. And now you can allow yourself to even step into this vortex of golden light. Step into it, become one with those intentions. Become one with that highest version of self. Let this golden light become you. And extend it. Let it flow into your heart, into your body. Let it fully activate you. Every cell of your body, every space between the cells. Call that light all the way down through those roots. Become one with that light, completely ready to receive, ready to sink into the highest level of your self-value, acceptance, love, and magnetize all that you desire towards you. And with that, whenever you're ready, you can proclaim, I am ready. And in your time, open your eyes. Good. Welcome back. So I think we're ready, aren't we? I think we are ready. All right. So with that, let's start to connect with your Queen Code. And probably you will want to know what that actually is. So let me introduce you to one simple model that will help you to understand how your Queen Code within you, why it wants to be activated. And you'll start getting ideas how you're going to do that, okay? So I already asked you, what is it that you want? So we all know what we want to happen. So if you like, this what we want to happen is what I call the first level of manifestation, is the surface. We all know what we want to happen, right? We know it. And what do we do as powerful, maybe hardworking women when we want something to happen? What do we do? What do we do? Typically, we ask ourselves a question, how am I going to make it happen? What do I need to do to make my intentions to come true? So there's some form of how that intention, that what is going to happen. Okay? How the what is going to happen. And that is a typical, if you like, human, very normal, programmed way of thinking when it comes to achieving intentions, when it comes to growing your business, attracting that soulmate, manifesting the best body you can have. What do I need to do to make it happen? But today I'm here to tell you there's something else that will profoundly impact the how, impact whether you achieve your intentions hard way or easy way. It's going to impact whether you're going to struggle for what you want or you're going to just receive it and create it a lot more effortlessly. And it's going to impact whether you actually manifest and create that intention or not. Or whether you manifest it fully or not so fully. Because you can appreciate from past, there has been some intentions, what you desired, that you created like fully. Got it. I manifested it. And some like, whatever I do, however I try, it's not happening. It's not freaking happening. You experience that? And that's because there is a third level of manifestation, the source of it all, that informs all the how and what. What is the first level of manifestation? How is the second level of manifestation? But there is a source of it. The why this how and what happened. Why? The source of all of it. What is that why? What is the source? Let me help you here. That why, that which informs it all, is the sense of your identity. It's your identity that makes you just unconsciously pick the house and get or not get your what's. Identity is who you know yourself to be. Is your awareness of who you are. Identity. Identity is the source of your ideas. It's the source of all that you live. It's the source of your current circumstances. Awareness of who you are. So, for us to make the how so much more easier, be able to even unconsciously to pick the right house, not the ways that are going to postpone us for weeks, months, and years. Pick the steps that are going to get us to that what in a perfect way for you and in a way that feels so much more effortless. What do we need to work on? Not the how. That'll drop in. We've got to work on our why, on the source, meaning your sense of identity. So let's dive into what that actually identity is and how the queen is a big part of it. So, as I mentioned, that identity is awareness of who you are. Now, typically speaking, for most people, most of the time, we self-identifying yourself with what we see, with our physical eyes, what we hear with our physical ears, with who we currently are in life, in business. So I call this, of course, our current self. So I'll make a little circle here. So that's your current self. So you know who you are. You may be a mother of 3 children. You may be or know of yourself that you're a very caring mother of your 3 children. You may know of yourself that you are an entrepreneur, that you're a spiritual entrepreneur who is here to make a huge impact. But you also may know about yourself that even though you're here to make a big impact, that it doesn't come easy to you. It doesn't come easy to you to grow your business in a way that you'd like. You know, because you can see how many clients you're attracting right now. You know, because you look at your bank account and those numbers are telling you how successful you are or not. Are we doing that? So that's the domain of our current self, if you like, physical self. But you see, we're more than that. I'm sure this is not the first time you'll hear that you're a spirit in a human body, your energy, your soul in a human body. So we have such a thing I call the higher self. So the higher self, which you function within it, your current self is within your soul, within your higher self. Your higher self is not plagued by a lot of human limitations, is not plagued by self-doubt. It's because it has got a much fuller connection to who you truly are, and that is limitless. So this is your universal self. So it's the universal self that, from that, if you like, you can call it your soul, the source, the creator, that if you like, the higher power that creates the freaking universes. You are embodiment of it. Embodiment of it. And more we are aware that we are an embodiment of the universal self and soul self, more we are aware, more we can use the freaking power that has been given to us. How do we connect to that power? Because isn't it true that most of us, most of the time, life makes it so that we kind of sense there is more to us than we perceive? Let me know, do you sense it? Do you sense, at least with little bit of you, or maybe with huge part of you, that you're more than you allow yourself to think? You're more, way more. And that way more is in here, in your higher self. I call the higher self or the soul. I have plenty of, if you like, nicknames. The soul, full soul essence. I call her Miracle Woman. Now, Miracle Woman, your higher mind or the soul, if you like, it's constantly with you. It is you. But we have these doors, if you like, or the windows of human senses. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. And therefore, we, all of us, often or sometimes or all the time, fall into this shadow part of our fullness that your soul is. So all of us will have inside of us all that we can be. So Miracle Woman, as I call her, your soul, you will be at the highest level of your value. So I call her a queen. You do have a queen within yourself. So the queen, or actually, let me grab a little visual here for you. This is you. You're operating, your self-identity is operating somewhere here. Now, Miracle Woman, your soul operates on the light part of these polarities that I'm going to introduce you to. So you don't have the plague of human limitations. So your Miracle Woman within you will have fully active fully awakened queen. Queen is the polarity of value. So it's just how much you're aware, how valuable you are, how worthy you are. And let me know, this is an interesting question to contemplate on, or just to answer intuitively. From 0 to 10, how valuable you know you are to the world, to this universe. Good. So I'm getting quite high numbers, which I expected. However, you're going to start discovering today that that's great. I can perceive I have a lot of value, but if I don't embody that queen, and if I'm instead living on the other side of this polarity of value as our dear inner whore, then she's not really fully active. We just sense we have the value. Great that you sense you have a really high value. Great. But we've got to embody that value fully. And that means being aware of even the shadow aspect of this polarity, our inner whore, and how it sneakily comes into our everyday thinking, everyday decision making, everyday receiving, everyday manifesting, how it sneakily comes in. And actually, while we might know that we are so much more valuable than we think, we know we hold a huge value to the world, we know we're worthy of all that incredible life has got to offer. But what we're actually embodying, living, breathing, maybe, a lot of this. So would it be valuable if we get to know our inner queen, how she not only thinks, but how she functions, how it wants to express itself through you fully, and how our inner whore, the other side of this polarity, how it functions, how it lives through us without even knowing? Would it be useful to get to know yourself better so you can start making changes where you are going to alchemize your inner whore and getting yourself fully, instead of being, into your queen? Yes. And of course, you will have other polarities as well. Your magician and logician, your king and the victim, your parent and the child. You will have other polarities as well. But today and tomorrow and after tomorrow, we're going on a sacred date with the queen and with your whore, so that you can start fully activating, not just knowing that you're more worthy, fully activating the queen and start fully alchemizing your inner whore. Okay? So let's start getting to know them, shall we? The major difference between, and this, we want to be in that identity and express it fully, the queen identity, let it express fully through your life, fully through your business. That is what we want to do. That is my highest intention for you, because then everything changes for the better, much better. Everything changes. So the biggest change between the queen and the whore within us is that the queen within ourselves sources her value internally, vertically, if you like. Whereas the inner whore will source the value, self-value, how valuable I am, through something external, horizontally. Yes, that's the biggest difference. And it's showing up in our business and life in various ways. So let's talk about it. The inner whore within ourselves, because we are getting the other people numbers, results dictate how valuable I am. We're always seeking the validation, those numbers. So we in a business will do whatever we can to have lots and lots of likes on Instagram. Or, you know, I'm showing you now these unconscious behaviors that we often have. You go and put something out there on social media, you know, something inspired came through you and you put it out there. And then 2 minutes later, you're going to have a look, how many likes did it have? Was it received? Was it approved by others? Or you create some art, or you create a newsletter, you create something and you put it out there and you're like this, let's see. Let's see how many likes did it have. Let's see how well it was received by others. Let's see what they say about this. It's only then when you're able to acknowledge whether it's valuable, what you created or not. That's our dear inner whore in action. When we're looking outside to let us know whether I'm good enough or not, whether what I create is good enough or what, whether I am making the right decisions or not. So, of course, it's not helpful, because then our sense of self-worth and self-value moves according to what's happening outside of us. You have a great month in business or great week in business, you feel great. You feel fantastic. You feel more valuable inside. Great. But maybe next month, the revenues are not so good. There's a drop. And your sense of self-value wavers. You start doubting yourself. Maybe what I created this month is not good enough. Maybe I am not good enough. I'm not ready yet. So you see how this works. The inner whore in us will look outside of ourselves to validate us. We source that value externally. Whereas your nature, how you were designed, how you were made, is that sense of self-value is within. That's the source of your sense value. So we want today to start moving that source of value from outside inwards. How do we do that? Well, first and foremost, and this you can do, and you're already doing a little bit here now, but I'll invite you to do that fully outside of here, is to ask yourself, to recognize yourself. Where am I sourcing the value through other people, through external circumstances, numbers, results, and so forth? Where am I doing that? You want to acknowledge where you've been doing that. Maybe it's even little things. You go for shopping to get yourself some nice blouse. And you walk in there, in that shop, and you like that particular blouse. And you try it on, and you quite like it, but you're not sure, because nobody validated your feeling, nobody validated your decision. But as long as the friend or shopkeeper will tell you that looks good on you, then you know, is the right blouse for me. Maybe you are in your business really working hard to get into, to get that other people's, your clients' approval. You work really hard for those testimonials. You work really hard for that client saying, you're amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I used to do that. I used to seek that validation through others without even knowing. And let me tell you, it runs deep. This pattern runs deep amongst us women. I used to call myself, and my clients, my dear clients, called me a coaching mama. Coaching mama, meaning they loved how I deliver and over deliver. That's another thing, because we're looking, for that external validation, and we would do everything to get that. So we over deliver. We give for that thank you, for that, oh my God, it worked for them. Give. Giving is amazing. The queen within you loves giving, except there's a big difference. The queen never gives in a way that it takes away from herself. Queen just gives because she's full. She's got plenty to give without the zero expectation. But as inner whore, the inner whore within us gives and over gives, because that gives me that sense of value when clients praise me, when clients get results. So we are taken away from ourselves. We just forget our boundaries. We break those boundaries over and over again. So back then, let me tell you what I used to do. I would be with my clients, whether in a group programs or one-on-one or whatever, on this all of the time. When somebody would message me or something, that I need help, and I could be in the middle of lunch, but the client would say, Lenka, can you help with this? Oh my goodness, I immediately felt I've got to answer it like ASAP. And if I let them wait an hour, I'm a bad coach. So I would often, whatever I would be doing, putting aside me or my family, and I would be attending to my clients hours upon hours every day, as quickly as possible. Because how will they perceive me if I don't? Because I really, really, really want them to get results. Can you recognize yourself in this? If that's so, it's okay. We've got to recognize where our inner whore is being activated and runs our businesses and lives, even without us knowing. It's okay. So yes, lack of personal boundaries and that sense of, not that sense, it's that unconscious desire to save others. We often do it in families. We are the ones, as a strong, powerful women, that are there for our family member to sort out the issue. You need help? Oh yes, I'll help you. Even before they ask, or maybe friends. And of course, clients. What can I help you with? What can I help you with? What can I help you with? Because we need to feed that sense of value, self-worth, through that. And what then happens when we function like this? What that happens? Well, number one, you're getting tired and burned out, right? Yes. And resentful. Because if we give from this place, if we give because we unconsciously want to draw that sense of value, if we give and give and give and overgive and overgive and overgive, we're not being rewarded for it. We can't. All we're doing is creating this unhealthy relationship with others. Yes. So yes, I too found myself in a place when I was really tired, burned out at some points, and resenting even my work or even my clients. Then I would be telling myself things like, I'm not attracting the right clients because I'm not, receiving as much as I'm giving. But it was never fault of my clients. Never. I can only attract that which I am. So if I identify myself, be it consciously or unconsciously, that I've got to give so much to be worthy, then that's what I'm going to attract. I'm going to attract a lot more circumstances and opportunities when I give myself more for that, in exchange for that sense of self-value. I'm going to activate in the clients those parts of the psyche when they will ask for more. They will then message you and message you and message you and message you and ask and ask and ask and ask and ask. And they don't need to do a lot. So when I realized that, I got at one point this, if you like, visual metaphor for what I've been doing. I've been as an inner whore, wanting to save others. I wanting to push my clients, push my loved ones up the hill of their greatness. My clients want results? Great. I'm going to give it all. Push, 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 push my clients up. I'm going to give you my maximum. The inner whore gives always her maximum. I'm going to give you all. But then there could be, and there always is part of you, actually standing on that hill, proud, the queen within you, the you, standing on that hill, empowering others in a different way, not by pushing, not by saving, not by overgiving, not by tiring herself out, not by then resenting. No. You can stand on that hill of your greatness in a sense of full value, shine your light, and call in others to make their own way. What does that look like, let's say, in a business? So I started to make changes because I realized that really I'm pushing clients, I'm saving them, I'm overgiving them. So I never give them opportunity to tap into their fullness. They're just codependent on me. While we're coaching together, yes, I love you. I couldn't live without you, Lenka. You're amazing, coach. Then coaching relationship ends. Then many of them got upset with me, ghosted me, or, why? Because Mama Lenka withdrew her unconditional support. Their inner child was upset. They felt sense of abandonment. That's not a sustainable way to serve others, to live. So when I realized that's what I've been doing, I started to really work in a completely different way. Gradually, not all at once. So one, I told my clients, look, I know you've been useful, my full unconditional support. Sometimes, I would coach clients in a group for 3 hours to make sure everyone is being attended. Everyone I coach, every single one. And I said, it's not going to happen anymore because I'm not serving you fully. I'm not serving you from the highest power. So the coaching calls are going to be, say, 1 hour long. So I started to guide them when and how to ask the questions. So when I got questions in between, I would consciously delay answering. I would meet with that uncomfortableness of my inner prostitute, the whore, saying, but you've got to answer it now. You've got to answer it now. I said, no. No. You don't have to answer it now. If there is a space and time and perfect time to answer those questions now, yes, great. But if it's at your cost, if it's taken away from you, then it's not healthy for anyone. So I started to consciously create a time in my day where I would answer questions, and the rest I would not. Stronger boundaries. I would enforce more boundaries at home. I would stop considering myself a bad mother if I'm not there at the exact time when my kids come home. And I would consciously start choosing myself first. So this is how, over time, this is not instant fix, even though you can create instant energetic shifts. But over time, as you stay focused and as you stay aware, you're going to start alchemizing every shadow, or if you like, the inner whore pattern, and strengthening and embodying your queen energy. So the queen within you, the queen, takes exquisite care of herself to the point where she always puts herself first. And I want to ask you, are you doing that? Are you always putting yourself first? Or is it that you have a sense that you must put someone else before you, otherwise it makes you a bad woman? Of course, there are your kids. You've got to put your kids first. You've got to put your clients first, maybe. Got to put your partners first, your parents first, before you. Oh la la, but this has been again very, very embedded in us through our parents and grandparents, etc. I remember my dear grandma. She used to send me to kneel on the piece of wood, and it was hurting as you were kneeling on it. Every time I would show just any sense of that, I take care of myself first. Like I'm important, because you've got to be selfless, right? You cannot be selfish. You've got to be selfless. And let me tell you, the concept of selfishness and selflessness is one of the most misunderstood concepts, because on the surface it sounds just right. You've been taught that I'm a good person, putting other people first, being selfless is going to, I'm a good person. That means good. Selfish or selfful, those are the, women that have the noses up. Highly egoistic women. Highly egoistic women. Bad person. That's not you. But I want to shed a little bit different light on this, because this is a big motherfucking illusion we as a women keep buying into. Being selfish, or rather selfful, does not mean we are putting ourselves above others. It could, and I'll get to it when we get to talk about the shadow archetype of the queen, another shadow archetype, and that's Ice Queen. But that does not need to mean that we're putting above others. when your heart is open, you know that there is nobody above you and nobody beneath you. But you still put yourself first because you know that only in that way, when you're self-full, when you have that light full, it's only then when you can shine it and give others the best. Not the maximum, as our inner horde does, not the maximum. As the queen, you want to give others the best. So then, you've got to learn or accept that I am the most important person in the universe because I'm creator of it all. So I will put myself first, but also in order to do that, you will acknowledge that what is right for me is right for everyone else involved. I'll repeat this again. What is right for you is right for everyone else involved. I didn't say what's easiest for me. I didn't say the most convenient for me. I said what is right for me, as in aligned with the higher version of me, with the queen. It's right for everyone else. Why? Because you are impacting others all the time. Your field, you see, as you, who you are, that sense of identity, it has its frequency. It's a mixture, if you like, of all that you know you are, of all your beliefs, of what is important to you or not, your values, and then the decisions, the choices, the actions. That creates your energetic field. If that energetic field is fractioned because you're giving yourself out too much, the inner whore, yes? You're giving yourself here, 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 here. Then that's what you teach others, the people who are in your space, your children, your clients, your loved ones, etc., etc. Because they unconsciously observe that mommy doesn't put herself first. She's always tired. She's always working a lot for others. Your clients will unconsciously observe. They will be in your energy. They will have a sense on unconscious level that you are overextending yourself. So that's the impact you're going to have on them. Not what you teach by words, if what you teach by your being, who you are. Your energy is the biggest teacher for others. Who you are in your life, in your business, is the biggest teacher for others. So, what do we want to teach? How do we want to influence others? Do we want to teach others to sell themselves short? To get tired? Do we want to do that? Do we want to teach our little girls that they should not be full inside? Because that self that we want to acknowledge and make yourself full of, the queen, it's divine self. It's pure love. It's all potentiality. So this is why it's incredibly, incredibly important. Align and keep aligning your state of being with this self. what's right for the self is right for everyone else. So just one little story that always stayed in my heart. I had a client who had a big, big dream to move to one of the Eastern countries and fulfill her dream to work, you know, with the charities, etc., etc. But she has children and is married. So she felt very guilty. I cannot do that. I cannot do that until my children are all grown up. Only then I can fulfill my dreams, because it will negatively impact my children. That's logical conclusion, right? But is it? So for years and years, this incredible woman was putting her desire and herself below or after everyone else, her children, etc., etc. Then she learned from me that what is right for me, it's truly right for everyone else. It will give them what they most need. So she started to look at this differently. What would, if I make myself full, if I accept this desire, if I go to this country, what could it potentially give my children, my loved ones? Starting to look from a different perspective, right? And it might not be easy to start with. Well, what about if they come with me? It will give them the world experience they could never gather before. What about if it could give them the much greater flexibility that they can get uprooted and rooted elsewhere easily, much greater flexibility for life? What if, just like this desire is calling me, what if it has got, if it's right for me, it's right for everyone, it's got to give them something too. And so she accepted her desire and she did go and she took her family with her, and it gave them all more they could ever imagined. After holding this dream on a hold for years and years, she stopped making herself a prostitute and she became a queen, shining just unconsciously that light onto her children. They became a lot more confident, a lot more independent, a lot more driven, you know, to, as in, I can go after my dreams, you see? I'll give you one more from personal life. I had, for a while, I was housing a dear member of my family after they had a little traumatic experience. And I'm speaking a little bit in roundabouts, not to give you all the details, but, you know, this member of a family had a little, you know, traumatic experience. I said, it's fine. Come, you know, pull your head down, come and live with me. You don't need to take care of anything. So put yourself in order, so to speak, you know, find yourself again. If you need some help, get help, but I'll help you. And so they did. And so they were living with me. And if you like, I took care for them for weeks and then months and then many more months. And in these months, I was noticing that this dear member of the family was not getting better. They were getting worse. They needed more and more help, more and more support, more and more holding from me. But they were not in any shape or form self-empowering themselves. They were not going to therapy to help out with the trauma or anything like that. They were creating the self-destructive behaviors more and more. And I knew that I was giving giving this support because I felt I had to. But what was actually right for me is to stop to this. Hard one. It was a hard one. But I gathered the courage, as oftentimes we need when we are breaking these unhelpful patterns. And I said to this dear team member, sorry, no more. I will ask you to move out. I will ask you to take care of yourself and better care. Were they upset with me? Oh, yeah. A lot. Of course they would. I withdrew my support. But what happened in the next weeks and months? They stood up on their own feet. They had nowhere else to go, just within. Yes. And they started to work on themselves, getting support they needed. And it's not no time, but I say within a year, completely different person, over the trauma. And in their much more powerful self. Then they came and thanked me. Then they came and thanked me. Thank you. It was horrible, but it was the best thing you did. So this is another little example how we just got to, when we know what is right for us is right for everyone else, maybe not immediately. Immediately, they might get upset. But what's right for us is right for everyone else involved. If we're opening ourselves up to it, then we've got to honor it and take some action, make a choice that will honor the queen, the inner queen, and alchemize more the prostitute, the whore archetype. Yes? It could be with a client. You might have a client who's been taking a lot of your energy and you'll be letting it. Because what? Because they give you safety, they give you money, and you care about them, right? But if they don't, let's say, treat you well, and you each time are going to stay, just for one more month or one more week, you're going to say yes to that client again and again and again. You're saying yes to your inner prostitute taking charge of your business and life. You're taken away from your value. Yes? This is why also a lot of time, our inner whore will undercharge. Okay, I know I'm not charging what my products, what my services are worth, but at least people will buy. At least, I'll get that security. I'm safe. So again, that sense of safety is over there. But until we stay there, the life can only give us more of that. What do we want? We want to feel fully safe and held inside, right? We want to be receiving fully. We want to work with incredible people and clients where there is a deep mutual love and respect, right? So then, if you're aware that you're not been doing that, that you've been somewhere in your business, in your life, enabling, or, okay, I'll do it just because I have that sense of safety, perhaps, security. Pick one thing that will not maybe take you to the panic zone, but to the growth zone where you will say, stop to it. One thing. Does anything come to you? Does anything come to you? like that? What is that the one thing I could choose different today that will break the inner whore pattern and activate more my queen code? So good. I want to see those coming. What's one thing? Okay. Stop giving everything for free. Great. Stop lowering my prices. Great. But then I think the people won't be able to afford me. Let's talk about this a little bit because this is so common. I want to, raise my prices because I know I've been undercharging myself, the inner prostitute. I know I've been undercharging, but then people won't be able to afford me. I get it. We've all been there. Do you want me to share my way or setting the right fees? Yes, okay. There are only few questions for that. So first and foremost, we've got to focus when we ask this question, how much should you charge? We should focus on our really aligned clients, really aligned customers. I call them 5-star clients. So not those that make you tired, not those that disrespect you, not those, no. Clients you love to work with, clients you can give your best, clients you really can support them with whatever you do. And so you're focusing on this type of client, not on everyone, on this type of client, your soul aligned client. And you ask yourself, how much does this client need to invest in my product or services so that, number one, they can sense the value that this offering has got. They can sense the full value of this. Number two, so that they can fully give themselves, if you like, commit themselves fully invest themselves. And number three, so I am generously rewarded. So focusing on my ideal client, looking at that, amazing service or course or product or whatever you created. How much does my ideal client need to invest in this so that they can see the value? You see, because of course the pricing creates perception. You could give a diamond, but if it's wrapped in a newspaper, client can't recognize it. And that's sometimes what massively lowering the fees does. It puts a newspaper around your diamond. So how much do they need to invest so they can see the value, so they can surrender, give themselves fully, commit fully, not just, I'll try. And that you are generously rewarded. You will have the number. You will have the number. This is, I call this pricing for impact. Pricing for impact. This pricing, and you will have the number, will have the greatest impact on your clients. It will allow them to create magnificent results, changes, whatever it is they desire. And it will have the greatest impact on you as a woman, change maker, entrepreneur. But then the thought comes, okay. And by the way, you will never charge the full worth of your creations. Let's establish that. Your creations, be it art, be it whatever it might be it service, be it courses, your creations, you'll never charge the full value of it. I mean, try and put the real value of it on it. Try to do that. How much, what they can draw out of it? Maybe more health? Can your client by stepping into that, investing in your service or whatever it might be, can they become more healthy? If they can, good, put a price on it. What's the value of being more healthy or very healthy? What's the value of it? Put a price on it. Can they become more self-loving and create more self-loving relationships in their life? If so, what's the value of it? Price it. What's the value of it? Can they become more connected with themselves, more confident in themselves? Price it. What's the value, real value of greater self-confidence? And so on and so on. Whatever that creation of yours can give your client, you would go to millions and millions and millions probably. So you're never going to charge the full value of that offering, and you don't need to. But also what you don't want to do is to, and this is our inner whore does that, to connect the value of your offering with the lack sometimes of our self-value. We make it about us. So, okay, I'm, created this beautiful thing and I want to price it, but I'm only starting, or I'm not as experienced as others, or I don't have the big audience as others. So I want to make an impact with it, but I don't know if people buy, and I'm not sure. I don't know. So I'm going to price it really low for safety. Because if I priced it well, what is for, let's say, for impact, if I priced it that way, nobody's going to buy. But you know what we're then doing? We are not acknowledging that actually we are those clients. We are projecting our own limiting beliefs onto the others. You see, because we're so used to separate ourselves from others, as this is another, the function of our humanity, human brain. I'm over here, you're over there. Right? But what if, I'm going to ask you, what if those other people, those other clients, etc., are no others at all? What if there are reflections of your unconsciousness? Because everything is in you. Your reality is happening within you. We have a beautiful illusion, and much needed illusion of space and time, that I'm here, you're over there. Illusion can help us live life, experience life. But what if you look just a little deeper, you discover that there is no I and you. There is just me in this version, me in version of my clients who wants to pay, me in a version of my clients who doesn't want to pay, me in a client that struggles, me in a client that doesn't, me. My children, my friends, and how they treat me, and how's our relationship. It's reflections of me. The whole life is a reflection of who I am. Think about this for a moment. So then, when you say, but other people won't be able to afford me, is it? Or is it just you get just used to that pattern? You just used to that beliefs, and you projecting it onto other versions of yourself? Or is it that you've been practicing, you've been lost in that pattern, but I can't afford this, I can't afford that, I can't put myself first. So therefore, you're projecting it unconsciously outwards. I cannot tell you how many women are putting that, low self-worth, the inner whore, are turning it into business model. I don't have my self-worth where it needs to be. This is not a conscious process, but I'm not as valuable, therefore I'm going to give lots of value for very little. High value, low cost, it's called. We're putting ourselves that newspaper around those gifts. So what I suggest, if that thought comes to you, but then other people won't be able to afford it, is let's stop being banker. Yes? Your offerings, whatever they are, they're not for everyone. They're not for everyone. They're not here to save others. They're here to empower others, your clients, your ideal clients. So let's stop projecting these limiting beliefs. They won't be able to afford it, and start looking at it and, well, I have a desire to serve this way. And because I have a desire to do this, to serve this way, all the elements are within it. The right clients, the right everything is within it. So I know when I price for impact, is not for everyone, but it's for the right clients, clients that are going to, that are called to it, that are meant to be your clients. Got that? Oh la la. Adelka says, this is gold. I've just doubled my prices and my business model right now in this instant because of what you just said. Thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful. So yes, I'd lovingly invite every single one of you, if you're feeling you're selling yourself short, you're selling your services short because of the this or that, that might be one of those actions. That might be one of those breaking patterns of the inner core and strengthening your queen. Oh, okay. We have more. We have more, but I want you to really feel the value of this through others as well. So Alison is going to share the power of this work and what she created with it. Alison, darling, come and share this with us. Hey, Alison, you can unmute yourself.
Hello there, Lenka.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, let me just change maybe the view. Gallery, here we go. Oh, good. Alison, darling, hi.
Hello, Lenka. My word, this is such gold and so powerful. What you have just shared with us is amazing. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I know you've been doing this work. You know, you've been embodying your miracle woman, or, you know, limitless millionaire, the soul. You've been doing this energetic work for almost a year now, right? I'd love to share and inspire others, other incredible women, about the power of it. Share your story, my dear. And just to preface it, you know, Alison, our dear Alison, has been my client in a Limitless Millionaire for almost a year. Is that so? For almost a year. And I know where she was before, and you know what the work she does. So I'd love for her to share the inspiration, because let me tell you, this work will take you out of your comfort zone. Is that true, Alison? Will this work take you out of comfort zone at times? Yes, it's empowering, but it takes you sometimes out of the comfort zone. So do share your story, my dear.
Oh, well, thank you. And if it helps anyone, it's fantastic. Thank you so much. I actually had another realization this morning, because intention setting, I think that's the story of my current self right now. And a year ago, I described at the beginning of working with Lenka what I expected at the year end, where I expected to be, what I thought I would have done, where my business would be. And when I went back to look at it a month ago, I realized that actually probably about 75% of it had happened. And it was without really looking at the intentions again, but knowing that they were there in the background. But what I realized today, and this was like the biggest light bulb moment ever, was that actually it's all happened. Because where I had set intentions for something to happen and they hadn't happened, they have been better. And I'll describe what that is. I had said several times in my intentions for during the year that I would like to travel to this country or that country. And I haven't traveled. But the better, the absolute or better are the wonderful women that I've met with in the container from different countries. And so it's when we set these intentions, and this is something which Lenka, you speak about so often, about we set the intentions and then we detach from them. And that then lets them manifest or something better. And so I'm ready now to make my next set of intentions for whatever the universe, my higher self, determines length of time wise, and to either manifest or make better. And so that's what I would say is really, yeah.
Incredible.
Mm.
Incredible. Yes. What was the I mean that's incredible. So just I wanted to please, okay, just let it sink in and make this for you, you know. At the beginning here, I asked you, what are your intentions? What do you truly want? Imagine if you write those intentions for the next year. And imagine that at the end of that year, you will be sitting here. Actually, that all of them came true. And this one thing that I thought that didn't, it became even better. What would it be like? Would you take it? Would you take it? Yes, probably you would. Probably you would. So that's super inspirational. But then, what has been the journey like? What has been the journey of working with this material and with your energy? What has this been like? Because this is not the work like, you know, uh, do XYZ and stuff will happen. This is the, well, it's a journey of becoming, isn't it? So Alison, share with us a little bit, what has the journey been like?
It's not a linear journey. And at times, I think you do have to acknowledge parts that emerge that are not comfortable. As you said, it is stepping out of the comfort zone at times, but also by really grounding and in being willing, I feel, to embody the next. Something happens with the human self where it just knows how to evolve. I don't know quite how else to describe it. There's probably, I don't know if I have the words to describe it. It's been a magical journey. And when I use that word, it's not lightly, because it enables the self to become more. Does that answer your question?
Yes, yes. In some way, I'm sure we will pick up of it. Have you felt some form of discomfort along the way?
Yes.
Can you share with us how did you get over that discomfort?
I think one discomfort was quite early on, actually, because when I first, at the beginning of the year, I was still writing my book. And I hit a point where it seemed as though nothing was going right about it. And things were sort of like, yeah, just nothing was really going right about it. It wasn't smooth, and I can remember being advised within a coaching call actually to take a step back from it. And that's what I mean about this detachment. It's so powerful. And I did take a step back. And quite quickly, everything got back in alignment again. And my book is published now and out there. But it was through taking that step back and detaching from some thoughts that I'd been having about it in
Yes.
order for it to move on.
Yes.
So it hasn't always been comfortable. And there have been several alchemical points along the way. But I can now look back and see how actually they have allowed something the better to emerge.
Yes, you embodied more of yourself. Beautiful. Well, Alison, thank you for sharing with us. Onwards with your incredible intentions and manifesting and becoming. You are beautiful, shining light. Thank you for taking time to share this.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Oh, beautiful. Let me just work out over here. Yes. So Alison touched on something quite important, and that is the sense of detachment as you do this work. Because here's the thing, while we didn't fully yet, went into all of the domains of how your queen is expressing herself in your business and life, and how the inner whore is, yes, what becomes quite obvious is that the way to alchemize the queen, the inner whore fully, and to activate and become the queen of your life and business, therefore much more easily manifest your intentions, that's for much more easily call in more abundance, that's for much more easily bring your business where you want it to be, etc., etc. The bottom line of it is one word, and that is your choices. Your choices. Every day gives you many, many opportunities where you are either consciously or just unconsciously on autopilot making those choices. And you make the choice that will be in simply one of these directions. You'll make choices where will be in direction of or aligned with our dear inner prostitute, with a lack of self-worth. Yes. So you're going to sell something and you already set up a pricing, but you know what? You bring it down because you just want to be safe. So then you make a choice that it's in alignment with the inner prostitute, and or makes you a little uncomfortable, but because you are pricing for impact, you are making a choice that is aligned with your queen. You are disrespecting yourself or letting others disrespect you in one way or another. You make some choice that is aligned with the inner whore, and or you identify that you have been disrespecting yourself or somebody has been disrespecting you, and you tell yourself, enough, enough, not today. And you open your mouth and say no. Maybe you identify that you've been saying yes all the time, even though you meant no. So you've been, those unconscious choices are saying, can you do me a favor? Yes. Can you do me a favor? Yes. Can you do me a favor? Yes. Even though many times you don't want to, you're tired. But because you realize now that it is the most powerful work to let the queen within you, to live through you fully, even though it might make you somewhat uncomfortable when they say, can you do me a favor? And you feel, no, you will actually say, no, not this time. Can you see how this works? So you are over time going to be making this aspect of polarity, the patterns, beliefs, behaviors, and choices way less and less prevalent. And you're going to be embodying the queen in you much and much more prevailing and active until you become her. You sink into simply, you become her. There is no more effort involved. And along the way, what happens is life will start to reflect that. Life will start to reflect when clients will want to invest in your services, when you go places and people will want to respect you, where you don't need to seek, let's say, opportunities for the sake of giving you the recognition, but they'll come to you because you self-recognize yourself, you see. So this incredible change and manifestation, if you like, comes to one word, and that is choices. So from today, I invite you to first just reflect a little bit, as I said earlier. Where else, where do I am giving power to my inner prostitute? And what choices are unfolding in front of me that will be in direction of my queen? What are those opportunities? And take just one today, and take one tomorrow, take one day after. And that is in no time, in some time. And I will tell you at some point how long it will take. But in some time, you will change. Your business will change. Your environment will change. Your bank account will change. The way you're treated by others will change. Everything will change because you changed. Does it make difference? Does it make sense? So, okay, let's wrap this up by meeting the queen inwardly. Let me, for the last few minutes, work with your energy directly. And we will meet here tomorrow for part 2, when we're going into more tools and activate more of you. All right? So, close your eyes for a moment. And once again, call your energy all in. Call your energy all in. Just breathe. Notice how that breath is happening all by itself. How you don't need to strive or effort yourself for you to breathe. It's breathing through you. Life, energy is breathing through you. The magic of all possibilities is breathing through you. The source is breathing through you. And let it. And as you do, let that breath be one with that golden light. Breathe in that golden light of possibilities. Let it breathe through you. Let an entire universal creative force breathe through you. Simply acknowledge that an entire creative universal force is flowing and breathing through you, because you are an entire creative universal force. And as this golden light with your breath is touching every cell in your body and space between those cells, go back to that place, that beautiful room in the middle of your brain. That center of insight and creativity. Step in there and notice that golden light. And as your eyes get used to it, start noticing the vastness and beauty of this room. And let your inner queen to emerge from within this light. The aspect of yourself that is in a full value, that knows it's worthy of all that life has got to offer, that shines her light fully, that is self-full and profoundly impacts her loved ones, her clients, the world, that receives fully. Let this aspect of you, let your inner queen approach you. Notice what she looks like. Notice what she feels like. Is she saying anything? And let her come close to you and hold your hands. And let her look deep into your eyes. Lock your eyes with her. So she can give you what has always been rightfully yours. She can send that energy, the queen energy, through you, through all the ways of your thinking, feeling, deciding, through all the veins of your magnificent body, your cells. Let her communicate to you what you need and give you what you need. Does she have a message for you today? What is it? Simply listen. Allow yourself to receive her. And as this activation is happening, you'll start noticing that through that connection, you start merging with her. You simply become her, your inner queen. And you let her take the reign of your magnificent life. Let her take the reign of your thinking, of your desires, of your feeling, of your choices, of your business. You let her energy, you invite her energy to all of you, to your entire universe. Because this is you in your highest power. This always has been you. And now you're able to sense it, feel it, acknowledge it. This is who you are. So, acknowledging your fullness and opening yourself up to receive all there is to receive from this energy in all beautiful, magnificent ways. You can gently channel this energy to all of you, all your body, all the way down through your roots, all the way down to the center of the earth. And here you proclaim, I am your full name, and I am the queen of my universe, queen of my life. And with that, you can gently come back to full awareness of your body and open your eyes. Welcome back. And my dear, see you tomorrow. I will love to hear what you're taking away from here. This might need a little integration. So if you have a space, or if you're calling so you might want to re-listen over the next few days, take a little reflection, take a little integration. What am I taking out of this? What's going to change? And I will love for you to share either in our group, Spiritual Entrepreneurs with Lenka Lutonska on Facebook. It's a free group. If you're not there, please feel happy to join us there. Or in the comments under the replay on YouTube. But I will love to hear what you've taken away from today, and more will come for you tomorrow, a lot more. So I'll see you, my dears, for the session 2 tomorrow. So much love. Bye-bye.